All that anyone usually notices is when a keeper makes a mistake. But what about when mistakes are saved and then saved again? Well, that's what Peru's under-20 keeper Angelo Campos did when he denied Uruguay striker Gonzalo Buenos of an almost certain goal in this under-20 match against Uruguay. Initially, Campos made an awful mistake and it looked like he was done for. But somehow, the young keeper manages to redeem himself when it mattered most and completed the double save with his left foot. Boom! Stick that in your pipe and smoke it! On the subject of double saves, take a look at these reactions from Victor Valdes, who denies Villarreal striker Giuseppe Rossi. But what do you do to improve on double saves? One-up them while sitting on your tush. Technically, a triple save. Van der Sar foils Chelsea not once, not twice, but thrice, and all without getting up off his backside. Another triple whammy for you, produced on Valentine's Day. Love it. Former Spurs stopper Aurelio Gomez first denies Liam Feeney, then kept out Adam Lefondre on the rebound, and finally stopped Zach Clough's effort from this tight angle. Watford came away with all 3 points thanks to the late winner from substitute Troy Deeney. However, it was Gomez's superior work between the sticks that went a long way towards securing the victory. Okay, so you probably know what's coming next. 4 saves in a row. Okay, so the 4th save was by the woodwork, but we'll give him it after this outstanding display. Alessandro Carpaccio first repelled a volley from the edge of the 6-yard box, then, despite being behind the line, managed to block a follow-up header from the same Cluj player. Yet the Italian keeper wasn't finished there, because he somehow managed to block a powerfully hit third effort from inside the 6-yard box. A 4th shot then came in but struck the bar. However, Carpaccio would have had it covered, wouldn't he? Could he be the real-life FIFA goalkeeper? Remember as a kid when you used to think you were double-jointed? Well, Cossa AFC's goalkeeper Peter Jeffries definitely was one of them. Check out this ridiculous save from the human conveyor belt, it seems. Shield striker Gavin Cogden's effort seemed destined to find the net before Jeffries defied logic by keeping the ball out in one bizarre fluid movement. Non-league football at its finest. Moving on to a more recognised legend, Arsenal's David Seaman absolutely robbed Paul Pesciolito of a brilliant goal in an FA Cup semi-final against Sheffield United back in 2003. A header what looked like an equaliser was denied by Seaman, who somehow managed to claw it away from the goal, leaving players and fans speechless. Next we have a World Cup cracker which took place in Mexico between Brazil and England. Here we have the iconic moment where Gordon Banks very nearly defied the laws of gravity. Pele's downward header connecting with Jazarino's threatening cross from the right looked destined for the net, but somehow it was kept out by the England keeper. Pele was so sure he'd fired his side into the lead that he shouted "Goal!" That save came as a bit of a surprise to the legendary goalkeeper himself. For this next one, you may be thinking, why on earth is the goalkeeper the only player on the pitch who can use his hands, not using his hands to save the ball from hitting the back of the net? Well, the Millwall keeper had to improvise at the Den when his teammate Mark Beevers accidentally put way too much power and height on the pass back. With the ball heading for the back of the net without the option to defend using his hands, Archer's quick thinking saw him rapidly backpedal before leaping into the air to head the ball over the crossbar. And finally, we come to what we believe is the #1 save in history. Now, it's not often that you hear of a goalkeeper who's scored 48 goals in his career. This next save is pretty typical from one of the game's maverick players, but this beauty certainly doesn't need much context, but just to set the scene. It was a characterless friendly between England and Colombia, trundling along without excitement or incident in front of a miserable Wembley crowd. Then, out of nowhere came a moment of breathtaking audacity, destined to be imitated in school playgrounds and on park pitches and replayed on YouTube forever. Jamie Redknapp crossed a terrible ball which Higuita dived and flicked up his heels to produce this famous scorpion kick save. I just can't stop watching it. A series of superhuman exploits like this wouldn't be complete without the most important, unbelievable and some might say uncharacteristic save in club football history, depending on who you support anyway. So we've thrown in an 11th to this top 10. So 2005, then 4 times champions Liverpool versus then 5 times champions AC Milan. Champions League final extra time after Liverpool have clawed their way back from 3-0 down. Prone to error, Dudek facing off against ice-cold marksman Shevchenko saves not once but twice from point-blank range. And the rest, as they say, is history.